I thought today would be like any other on Orvesa 9, a mining outpost on the edge of the Alpha Centauri system. The sky was a constant swirl of orange and purple, and the gravity was slightly lower than Earth's, giving me a spring in my step as I walked toward the outpost's lab. My assignment was simple: check the energy regulators that powered the colony's biodome. No aliens, no political drama, no life-altering events. I was wrong. I rounded a corner in the narrow corridor connecting the lab to the residential pods. The clanging sound of machinery reverberated off the metallic walls, and I nearly tripped over a small crate. I stumbled to regain my balance, and that's when it happened. A tail swept across the corridor. I didn't notice it in time. My boot caught it. Ow! The shout was sharp, melodic, and entirely unfamiliar. I looked up to see a being unlike any I'd ever encountered. Her skin shimmered in shades of lavender and silver, her hair cascading in waves that seemed to float slightly as if underwater. Her eyes glowed faintly, a deep violet that pierced through my confusion, and her tail, long, flexible, and tipped with iridescent scales, was currently under my boot. "Oh my, sorry," I exclaimed, springing back. "I didn't see." She stood slowly, her expression unreadable. Then she spoke, almost in a whisper. "Do you want to marry me, human?" Froze. My brain stuttered. Did she just propose because I stepped on her tail? What? I stammered. Her eyes narrowed slightly, but there was a playful glint. "You stepped on my tail. That is the custom. You are now bound to me. Do you accept?" I blinked. Custom. Bound. Tail. Marriage. This had to be a dream, or a hallucination caused by low oxygen in the dome. I think you might be joking," I said cautiously. "I am not joking," she said, and for emphasis, her tail flicked, sending a small spark of iridescent light across the floor. "The ceremonial tail touch is a sign of acceptance. The bond is immediate. You are mine to choose as your partner, or refuse and face dishonor." Refuse. Face dishonor. My heart began racing. I wasn't prepared for any of this. And yet, there was something in her gaze, an intensity that rooted me in place. What happens if I say yes?" asked, trying to buy time. Her lips curled into a small smile. "Then we begin the joining ritual. You will live in my household, learn my customs, and participate in the life of our clan. You will not simply be a guest. You will be part of me and mine. Part of her clan. Part of her." My stomach twisted with a mix of fear, awe, and something I didn't want to name. I swallowed. "And if I say no?" Her expression hardened slightly. "Then you must leave Orvesa 9 and never return. It is the way of our people." That sounded serious and final. I swallowed again. "I guess. I say yes." Her face broke into a radiant smile, and the air around us seemed to shimmer. "Good. Then the ceremony begins. Follow me." The joining ceremony. She led me through corridors I didn't know existed, hidden beneath the mining outpost. The walls glowed with faint bioluminescence, and the air hummed with energy. Eventually, we arrived at a large chamber, circular and open to the sky. Strange floating crystals rotated around the perimeter, casting multicolored lights on the floor. Around the chamber were other aliens, members of her clan, observing silently. All eyes were on me. My palms were sweating, and I could feel every heartbeat in my chest. "This is the Hall of Bonds, human," she said softly. "It is where our union will be acknowledged. Step forward." I did, though my knees shook. She took my hand, her skin cool and smooth against mine. "Repeat after me," she said in her language. Then, miraculously, I found I understood it, not through logic but by intuition. Her words resonated in my mind, clear as spoken English. "I accept the bond," I repeated. A soft hum filled the chamber. The floating crystals brightened. The alien beside us bowed deeply, offering a small crystal amulet. "Place this on your chest. It symbolizes your acceptance and connection." I obeyed, feeling warmth flow from the amulet into my chest. The sensation was like liquid sunlight, spreading warmth and a strange sense of purpose. The ceremony continued, with intricate dances, symbols, and chants that echoed in the chamber. I learned that the tail-touching custom was symbolic. It represented trust, humility, and the willingness to accept the unexpected. It was meant to test courage, honesty, and the ability to adapt. By stepping on her tail, albeit accidentally, I had proven my willingness to face the unknown. Getting to know each other. After the ceremony, she guided me to a smaller room, where we finally spoke without the eyes of the clan on us. "I know this must seem sudden," she said, offering me a seat. "I am Veara, by the way. You may call me that." "Kale," I said. "And yes, this is definitely the strangest day of my life." She laughed softly, a sound like wind chimes. "I suspected humans were unpredictable, but you truly are. Clumsy yet brave. Hesitant yet accepting. Exactly what our people need." "I didn't mean to step on your tail," I said sheepishly. "I promise." She leaned closer, tilting her head. "Intent matters less than result. You have bound yourself to me. That is what counts." I swallowed. "And what now?" "Now," she said, "we learn. You will live with my clan, understand our ways, and eventually, you may choose to remain or leave. But I suspect, human Kale, that you will not wish to leave." I laughed nervously. "We'll see about that." Challenges of alien life. Living with her clan was overwhelming. Everything was different. Gravity slightly lower than Earth, diets of bioluminescent flora, rituals that began at sunrise with glowing crystal meditation. But Veara guided me patiently. She taught me to move in rhythm with the tail gestures, to understand the subtlest expressions in her language, and even to appreciate the beauty of her culture. The clan members were initially suspicious of me, but over time they warmed to my presence. They witnessed how I respected Veara's traditions, how I adapted to the alien routines, and how I genuinely cared for her well-being. It was during one quiet evening that I realized something profound. The accidental step on her tail had changed the trajectory of my life forever. I had been thrust into an alien society, bound by ritual, and yet felt at home. The moment of choice. Weeks passed. I had learned much, laughed much, and even begun to feel a sense of belonging. One evening, Veara and I stood on a balcony overlooking the luminescent forests surrounding the outpost. The twin moons reflected in her violet eyes. "Kale," she said softly, "do you wish to remain with me? Not because of duty or ritual, but because you choose to." I looked at her, at the alien world, the glowing crystals, the clan that had become my family, and the woman who had trusted me. "Yes," I said. "I choose this. I choose you." A smile lit her face, radiant and warm. She brushed a hand across my cheek. "Then you are truly mine, and I am truly yours." The wind carried our laughter into the night sky. The accidental step that had begun it all had led to a genuine bond, one of choice, respect, and unexpected love. Ending. A new life begins. Life with Veara continued to be an adventure. I learned more about the alien world each day. The festivals, the customs, the ways of governance, and the rituals that strengthened bonds among their people. We weren't perfect. I still tripped over tails sometimes. I still misunderstood cultural nuances. But we faced it together, laughing, learning, and growing closer. The accidental tail step had been a mistake, yes. But it had also been destiny. And in the heart of an alien world, with a glowing amulet on my chest and Vayara by my side, I realized that some accidents were meant to happen. Some mistakes led to the most extraordinary journeys of all.